Hey guys, it's me, Miss Lene from the Mooresville Public Library. So, I was walking through the stacks today and I found some books that I'd like to share with you. I often get questions about historical fiction from a lot of you. This is actually a nonfiction, but it reads like fiction and I really like it. It's called My Survival, A Girl on Schindler's List. And it is a memoir by Rena Finder and it's written with Joshua M. Green. So this is about a little girl who found herself on Schindler's List, and he's the man that helped save a lot of Jewish people during the Holocaust. Really like that one. Another historical fiction I found, which is different. We're always looking at the World War II ones. This one is about World War II, but it is about the Japanese internment. It's something a lot of people don't know about, and it's about that from the perspective of a young girl whose family has to be separated. It's called Weed Flower, and it's by Cynthia Kadahata. She writes a lot of historical fiction from different time periods. I really like her. So while I was perusing the historical fiction, I found a funny take that I forgot we had these books. These are takes on fiction through time with time travel, and they're a little bit funny. This one is called Time Twisters, Neil Armstrong and Nat Love, Space Cowboys, and it's by Steve Sheinkin. He writes some really funny books. I think you'll enjoy it. It goes through that period of the space travel, but with a few funny twists. I like it, and there's a few more that he writes similar to that. So then I found a really cool book called The Line, and this is by Terry Hall. This is a dystopian book. So if you don't know what that is, that's kind of like sci-fi, but it's set in a world in the future that's different and has gone bad. And this is an adventure with Rachel and her mother and some friends and family, and they have to survive in that world. It's kind of like a Hunger Games-ish, but for our age group. Then I found some realistic fiction, which I love, and this is by Renee Watson. I really like her. You may have read some of her work before. This is a Ryan Hart story. Ryan Hart is the character. It's called Ways to Grow Love, and this is just a story about Ryan and, you know, how she gets through life, getting through school and all that. I really liked it. I like the back cover. It still has some illustrations in it, so it's good for younger readers too, I think. I'm getting quite a pile. I do tend to pick a lot. Here's another one, realistic fiction, going through school and all that stuff. It's by Gillian McDunn, The Queen Bee and Me. And this is about a girl who's kind of on the outskirts of being a friend in school, but she winds up being friends with the queen bee at school. And her name is Meg, and her best friend is Beatrix. It's really a good book. I'd never seen it before, and I think you'll enjoy it. Let's see. So then I have some realistic fiction that's a little bit more geared to boys, in my opinion. It's called Garrys Choice, and it's by Nikki Grimes. So it's about a young boy. He has a little bit of trouble getting along with his dad. His name is Garvey, and it's a story about him and his dad and how they come to terms with, you know, getting along and having a relationship. I like that. Nikki Grimes. She writes some other books too that I do like. And I found another book. These are new. This is called The Adventures of Samuel Oliver. So this is a little series, and Samuel Oliver goes on some adventures. This one, he goes through the ancient cave. What I like about this is it still has some really colorful pictures. It's a beginning chapter book and simple, but I read through it, and the mystery with them going into the icy caves in the Arctic, it's really good. It's actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's short enough too. Whoops. And then lastly, I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I liked to read romance. And I know it's kind of hard to pick romance down in the children's department, but I found this great book and I did flip through it, and the name of it is Flipped. And it's by Wendelin Van Dranen. She writes a few other books, but this is her romance book. And this book is a little bit older, but it really holds up, and it's a story told in two voices about a boy and a girl who kind of have a crush on each other, and I really like it, and I think you do. You will too. I think that I found a lot of good stuff just walking through the stacks, And I think if you come down here, you can find these, or you can take a walk through the stacks like I did and find some of your own.